Hi everyone, how you guys doing? Good. So welcome to this webinar talking about achievement forecasting here. So first of all, let me double check if the audio is loud and clear. If you can hear my voice loud and clear, please type the word yes, yeah, in the chat box right now so we can proceed. Hi Samantha, hi Lily, hi Philip, hi William. Okay, good to see all of you here again. And today we're going to spend like maybe probably 1 hour or 2 hours here sharing with you achievement forecasting, because we receive a lot of questions that a lot of people actually having a strong interest in achievement, especially achievement forecasting. So the team here actually decided to actually organize, right? Why not we actually organize achievement forecasting webinar, since that a lot of people, especially now we are in the fourth quarter, we would like to plan for next year, right? So therefore I see this is very timely to have this webinar here. Of course, everyone right now, we want to actually plan for 2021, right? Want to make 2021 a great year, despite all of us here actually experienced a lot of uncertainty in 2020, right? So how many of you here say yes to a great 2021, right? Type the word me right now. Yeah, so how many of you here actually committed, yeah, to actually make 2021 a great year for you? Okay, so if you are one of them, so type the word me. I want to see who you are, how committed you are. Okay, so many of you. All right, so of course we all of us here want a better year, right? So we are not just want a better year, we want the best year ever even, right? And I would say that if we want to actually it's a great time to plan right now, because if you want to have a 2021, we want to make it a great year, we cannot like do it next year, right? We should start to plan right now. We should start to do this thing right now. Then we actually create a repose or a wave that actually drive us more opportunities and also attract more way for us to create a better life, right? So, and for me today here, I know a lot of so-called people, especially because I'm a consultant. So I actually do a lot of consultation daily. So I discovered that a lot of people actually worried, what happened on next year, right? They keep telling me, Iverson, what I should prepare or what should I do now to actually get a better year, right? So of course, as a consultant, we have a lot of tools that we can use to actually tell us, what are the strategy or the right mindset for us to approach 2021 to make it a great year even. So there are so many of it. So like there's a Bazi, there's a Feng Shui, right? So we learn a lot of stuff here. And today we're going to talk about specifically about achievement, right? Achievement Dunja is achievement forecasting. So today this session here is for beginner, right? So someone who are very new, probably you heard about achievement Dunja, but you don't know what is it doing and how can it help us in our daily life or achieving our goals. So this webinar here would be a suitable webinar, right, for all of you here to get to know, and probably you can actually learn something new today and you can actually apply immediately, right? So, and a lot of people always ask me, they say that, do I actually need to learn everything? I need to become a master before I can practice achievement Dunja. So I always tell them, if you want to actually teach or you want to actually become instructor that to teach people this art, then maybe you need to know a lot of stuff. But if you just want to benefit from the art, you want to actually benefit from as a user side, you don't plan to teach others, you just want to apply to actually improve either your finance or relationship or health, then you don't need to actually spend 5 years to master everything, right? So which means that you can actually apply this art here on day one, right? Or maybe even today, right? To actually see how it works here, right? So I want you to be clear on that, because a lot of people, the reason they don't practice Chinese metaphysics, especially like achievement Dunja, right, is because they think that they need to actually they need to master everything, they need to know everything before they can practice. It's not true. Okay, so, and for me, I already practicing achievement Dunja on the first week I'm using it. So I might not know as much as you do, or as some of you do right now. Yeah, but I really start practicing it because from a user point of view, you don't need to know everything. Only later on, yeah, if you decided to become like a consultant or instructor, then maybe you need to know much more things because you need to teach people. You need to know the technical background. So today we are not going to talk about the technical background, right? Because I would say that 90% of you here are not interested to become a consultant or instructor, right? Maybe in the future. I think all of you here is because you are the reason you learn this art here. I assume that you want to create a better life, right? Be in finance, be in relationship, be in health, right? Don't you think that is most of you here are after for, right? I think this part is important, right? So when your life become better, you see significant progress, then you only decide what you're going to do about this art or the knowledge that you acquired. This is how it begins. Just to tell you a little bit background here. For some of you, I've been told that some of you are really, really beginner, or maybe this is the first time you're joining us. Let me just briefly introduce myself. My name is Iverson Lee. I'm a consultant, instructor, and speaker from Joe Yap Consulting Group. I would say that I actually get to know this art back 7 to 8 years ago, and I started this with only one goal in mind at the time. I want to actually create a better life for myself. Yeah, so I don't even, that time it's not even crossed my mind to help others. Right, so when I start to learn this, the first thing I want to actually achieve is to actually improve my financial standings. Right, so that's the first goal. Yeah, that's the main reason I'm learning this. Right, only after along the way, right. So after I using this art and applying what I knew, then I see progress works, and then everything here, I see the progress happening on me. I see how this thing actually able to benefit me. Then only I learn more, and then thereafter I decided to actually help people to make differences in their life as well. That's what I discovered in the middle, not in the beginning of this journey here. So I would say that for all of you here, if you're just starting out, I would advise you actually just start with some simple goal first, right? Don't talk about making impact, want to help others, or want to make impact to the world, everything. That one later on, right? So I think the first thing here is I would say that all of you here will agree with me when I say that if we become better, then automatically everyone else that we love, or our family will become better, our environment will become better as well. Don't you think so? Right? To help others, we should help ourselves first, right? So the goal here today is not about a big goal, right? So it's about making incremental improvement, on ourselves here, to become better. So there are so many tools, right, that we can use in Chinese metaphysics. I would say that no matter what tools you're using here, I think all of you here, or even me myself, are reminding myself all life-changing incident or event. It doesn't happen suddenly on one day. It suddenly happened, right? It takes all small, consistent, small wins or small victories on daily life. And if we do this consistently every day, and once it's accumulated and the results are compounding, then after 1 or 2 years, you see great results, right? That's how winning is done, right? It's not like what you do once in a while to get you result. Is what you do consistently. So this is the same method I would say that we apply on Chinese metaphysics as well. I don't want to give a wrong impression here. Chinese metaphysics is like a magic pill. The moment you apply it, suddenly tomorrow you become a super wealthy. It doesn't work that way, right? But Chinese metaphysics will be able to help you to actually achieve, right, daily victories in life, right? So if you're more confident, you're more committed, and you're more disciplined on every day, and then throughout consistently, 1 year on 2 years, if you do this, then you see a lot of changes happening. Yeah, so this is how metaphysics help us to create results in life. And how do we do this? Why I select to use Shimen Dunja? Because Shimen Dunja is one of the practical tools that we can apply on daily basis. Right, so to achieve what decision to make every single day. I think the moment we wake up here, I think the first thing we should decide here is what to think, right, on today. Don't you think so? Right? Otherwise, then we discover that the moment we wake up, we let circumstances or other people dictate how we feel, and then we are reacting to the day instead of we actually taking control of our emotion. So don't you think it would be cool that on the moment we wake up, we actually consciously decide what to feel today, Don't you think this is the first decision, a very important decision we need to make? Right? Otherwise, our feeling are dictated by so many external factors that beyond our control. And then in the end, our energy are drained and then nothing's get done. Right? So therefore, even before the moment you wake up, even before you brush your teeth, this is the decision I would say that we should make every single day. So don't you think it'll be useful? Yeah, if you're able to do it every single day like that. The moment you wake up, okay, you decide today how to feel, right? What to do. Consciously do it, telling yourself, the weather is not on the outside. How you feel doesn't depend on the external weather. It depends on the internal weather you are in right now. Right? So therefore, this simple decision, it might not seem like making a lot of difference. It might seem insignificant, but in long run, if you do this every day, after 30 days, you discover that you're more confident, you have more control on your emotion, and you can get more things done. Yeah, this is how it works here. So therefore, I would say that among all these tools here, Chiman Dunja will be one of the tools, because Chiman Dunja is a tool about winning. Right? How many of you here like winning? Type the word me here. Yeah, winning could be so many things, right? It could be winning in finance, winning in relationship, winning in your career, right? So how many of you here like the word winning? Okay, of course, so all of you here, right? You like the word winning, right? And of course, there are so many things we are different. All of us here want different thing in life, want to have different winnings in life. And the moment we actually say that we want to win something, we are actually implying that there's something it stand in the between that prevent us from getting there, right? So, and therefore, we call this obstacle, we call this hindrance, or we can call these battles in life. And no matter how smart you are or how great your butter chart is, all of us here have certain battles in life that we need to fight. Right? We need to win some battles in life. Don't you think so? Right? Some of you here have finance, wealth, or money battle. Some of you want to lose weight. That one also a battle. Some of your relationship battles. Right? So why Chiman are very suitable for this? Because originally, Chiman are used. I would say I'm talking about 2,000 years ago. This Chiman Dunja system here are developed to win the war or win the battles. Yeah, because during the warring states, there are a lot of battles that need to conquer other state, so therefore they use this Chiman Dunja to form a strategy or an insights how to then win in the battles. So of course now all of us here, 95% of us here, we are not going out to fight a war, right? So now, but this war here, this battle here, not necessarily mean killing other people. Yeah. So basically, war is you have something to win, right? There's a battle to fight. So therefore, this Chiman Dunja is one of the tools that I use a lot if you want to win, right? Because it's the same thing. It's about winning. So, and how do we use this Chiman Dunja? And there are so many ways to do this, right? Because Chiman Dunja is like a operating system, so there are a lot of functions that contain within, right? So some of you here have some knowledge about Chiman Dunja, right? So you actually learning about you heard about destiny. So Chiman Dunja system actually can tell you about a lot about your, I would say, subconscious or your inner motivation or your spiritual path internally. So that's one of it. And then Chiman Dunja also can use for strategy. You want to plan. Let's say you want to plan for your career. The more you get into a company, you want to climb the corporate ladder, you want to become the CEO, that one require a better plan or strategy, right? So Chiman Dunja actually can help you to plan that part out. And then the other thing about Chiman Dunja can do feng shui as well. Because sometimes we live in a very constrained environment that we cannot change a lot of things in our living environment. So Chiman Dunja can actually adjust the space to actually help you to tune to a different energy in the house, right? So I'll say that it offers you much flexibility in terms of feng shui. So Chiman Dunja also can do feng shui, right? So, and also Chiman Dunja also can do manifestation. So manifestation also talking about like some of you are very spiritual, right? We're talking about manifest certain thing in life or attracting certain thing by reprogramming our inner energy so we can attract other stuff in our life. That one is about the Chiman spiritual path. right? So if you're interested, you can talk to the team. I think they have one thing called about get whatever you want. Yeah, there's one thing here. I think it's on December, if I'm not mistaken. You talk to them if you're interested on spiritual. Okay, so and today we are not talking about that. We are talking about this thing here about forecasting, right? Because 95% of the people that use Shiman Dunja, they actually use it on this forecasting system. Right? I told you just now, Shiman Dunja is like operating system. There are so many functions. So one of the most popular used or widely used system here is this forecasting system, right? So and this forecasting system here is like, I think a lot of you here are quite familiar what if this forecasting is. For some of you are brand new here, forecasting system is like this. Let's say you ask a question like, I want to maybe three companies offer you a job, right? You don't know which one is the best one. You can actually ask that question, and then the forecasting chart will be able to tell which is the best one for you. Sometimes it might tell you that your current job right now is the best job at this moment. Then you don't need to change anything. Sometimes it's possible. So don't you think it's important for us to know this in advance? Right, because the moment you resign and then you change your job is probably already too late, right? Only discover that the new company you're working for, a lot of politics, and then the company is not stable, and we don't like that, right? So therefore, Shiman forecasting is a very useful tool that helps us to make a decision, especially right now during this challenging economy time right now. A lot of friends actually telling me that a lot of swindlers or actually approaching them, ask them to actually invest on certain investment, or that is actually is a very cheesy investment. Yeah, so hanky panky investment. And basically it's a scam. Right. So if you learn Shiman, right, if someone approach you to actually make certain investment, then you can actually check the chart first, right? What are the intention of this person, right? Is the company that he asking me to invest, is it a real company or not? Don't you think this is important? Right, so if it's not, then if you don't know, you just simply invest, then you lost all your money, right? So we don't like that as well. So that and there's a lot of things, yeah. So which means that as long you have a question to ask, right, no matter what it is, be it a career question, be it a relationship question, be it a health, or some recently someone asked me, right, she got actually 2 boyfriends. She don't know which one to choose to get married to. So if you have those dilemma, you don't know which one, then probably the Shiman chart can give you certain perspective on that 2 person as well. So why I can actually expose to all different questions, because I'm a consultant, right? So different people have different battles, right? So they ask different questions in life. So there are no such thing called a bad question. Right, so which means that because question is personal to you, right? So who am I to say is a good or bad question, right? So as long as you have a question to ask, then therefore the chart will actually tell you, what are the possible paths you can take here to reach to the goal you wanted. So the only criteria you need to know is here, you must know what you want first. Yeah, that's the first thing. If you want to do achievement forecasting question, you might need to write this down, what you want. Right, so like let me give you an example here. If someone asks a question, is my current company is better, or the future company I plan to work for is better? Okay, that's a question, right? Yeah, so if you ask me that question, I will going to ask you back, right? What do you define better? Right, because you must know, right, what is mean better for you? Yeah, which is better? For some people, the better company means more time. For them, so they can spend more time with family, right? But to some people, better company means that more opportunities to climb to the top. Yeah, that one would be the good company according to their definition, right? So to some people, good company basically means that they have a great colleagues, great relationship with colleagues where they can spend time after work, for having your drinks and all those things. Don't you think everyone is different? So therefore, the first goal, if you want to ask Shiman chart, you need to know what you want. So if you ask me which one is better, once you tell me what is you consider is better, then I look at the chart. If I discover that what you want is more time, and then I look at the chart, and then I discover that your future company actually don't have time. Yeah, it's very busy. You need to work until 12 midnight every single day. So although the company give you a lot of money, Is it a good company to you? No, right? Yeah, because what you want is more time. So therefore, it's very important and very, I would say, crucial for you to know what you want first. That's the only criteria you need to know before you ask a question. Yeah. So because if you know what you want, then answering your question will be very, very simple. Right? Otherwise, if you ask consultant, the consultant need to ask you back certain question to get clarified in the end what you truly want. Then before they're able to actually give you a more informed decision to make. Right? Everyone clear so far? Right? So you need to write it down. Some of you here, if you want to actually learn or master forecasting for yourself, then you do that. So for me, right, if you ask me how do I use forecasting a lot, I use it a lot in business. Right, so I use it because a lot of my clients are actually their business owner or their entrepreneur. So I use Chiman a lot on business decision or entrepreneurship or business ideas. Right, but some of you maybe your client here or maybe you use a lot of relationship is fine. So for me, I use a lot on business decisions. So therefore, I discovered that this art here is good because all business decision requires speed, right? You need to make things fast. You cannot delay things, right? If you delay so many things in your business, you're out of business, right? If you work for others, you still can delay a little bit. You still can have some times off, right? Relax a little bit. But if you're running your own business, time is the essence, right? So therefore, I use a lot of achievement forecasting for a business. So how many of you here are business owner? Yeah, type the word me. Or you intend to start something your own. Like you want to have a side gigs, or a part-time business while you're working on your full-time. How many of you here are already running a business or you intend to start one, maybe as a part-time? Yeah, type the word me here. I want to know how many of you that actually going to that direction. Okay, all right. So why I'm going to ask you so? Because you discovered that, some of you are interested. You see that in the current pandemic right now, and then you look at the economy situation, things are not doing good. Yeah, I just have some conversation with my client today, and then they told me that their company actually right now are going through recession, right? So which means that now a lot of people are out of job, so do businesses as well. So if you're starting one, your barrier to entry right now will be very, very low, right? People are easily available to hire. And then your competition also not a lot because a lot of people they have they're out of business right now. There's a lot, yeah, believe me. Because I'm doing consult, I've seen so many of people. There are people that are actually out of business. So therefore, you go to start one. If you're able to see the gap and you are confident, then this will be the great time to do it, right? So because now everything is cheap. And then less competition and the barrier entry is actually very, very low. Because especially right now due to technology, right? So how hard for us to start a business, right? So it's very, very quick, right? You just get a social media account and then you can start promoting your stuff already. So if therefore, achievement I would say is the one of the thing that will be very, very timely to use because if you are thinking to starting a business or doing something important, this is the time. So sometimes it's not just about business, right? So it's about side gigs. I always tell people, you don't rely on one source of income because now you see, right, a lot of people think that if you have a job in a company, you will feel you actually are very secure. But this story no longer true, right? So nowadays you see that a lot of big companies actually now they're closing down. So and you also must actually find your own, I would say, second income or your side gigs. So you're not much affected if there's certain thing happen on your main job, right? So that is the purpose for us to actually doing this. So today I'm going to actually give you a first step, right? First step you want to do because some of you here are thinking to learn Chinese metaphysics to help people and help yourself as well. So if you have this skill here, I would say that you can actually develop this as your second income, I think here. But first thing here, right, we must actually make ourselves become good first, right? We want to actually improve ourselves first before we actually offer it to others. Don't you guys agree? So today, I'll talk about more the inner self, right? So how do you actually use this achievement forecasting to help us to make a better decision? And There are, of course, there's a certain protocol of using this, because today I'm actually gearing for beginner. So I will actually talk to you as if like a beginner. Okay, step by step, so you can actually learn this art, and you don't need any knowledge right now to actually benefit from this webinar. Okay, so how do we do this? Yeah, so do this here. First of all, remember I keep talking about Chiman Dunjak, right? So what is the Chiman Dunjak is all about? So Chiman Dunjak is a map, right? You just imagine it's a map, it's an energy map that map out the current energy at this moment. And if we understood what is this energy means, we can actually do a forecast about what to do right now, or the right decision, right? Then you might think, is it a magic? Yeah, or why we can actually predict, or actually suggest you to make a better decision. So it's not magic, right? So a lot of people, it seems like magic, but if you understand how energy works, it's no longer magic. Right? So and you know that all of us here have different energy within us, right? Some of us here have more high energy, right? We are more positive, we are more determined, we are more disciplined. But some of us, at certain point, our energy is quite low, right? Then we are actually, some of you might be a bit negative or pessimistic in life, right? So think about this: if our energy level is higher, don't you think, right, we can create a better future? Right? Because if your energy level is higher right now, just say right now, as I'm talking to you right now, if your energy level is higher, let's say you are more positive, you are more, I would say you're someone determined, right? You know what you want, right? So you're a happy person. Now, how do you know your energy level is high or not? Very simple. Are you happy or not at this moment, right? So type in the chat box right now. Are you happy? So can I rate your happiness from 0 to 10? 10 right now, you're a happy camper. You cannot wait to jump, and then you want to actually dance, right now. And if you're level 0 right now, you don't want to move. Yeah, you almost want to sleep right now. You're very sleepy. So if I would like to rate your happiness level right now from 0 to 10, so how would you rate it? Okay, so now 8. A lot of you here is 8. Wow, 10. Very, very good. Yeah, you're going to tear the roof down. Good. Okay, so do you wish that you can actually stay at this energy consistently or not? If you're able to stay at this energy about 8 to 10 level, tell me, can you actually almost predict your future will be good? If you're someone very positive, you're determined, you're disciplined, right now you're passionate, you're full of energy, can you almost certainly predict that your future will be good? Guys? Or if you see someone that energy is 8, 9, 10, will you say that this person here, they almost can create a great future? Yes, right? So do you need to see the future to predict or not? No need, right? You can actually look at someone's behavior right now. What is their state of mind right now? You already know that, tomorrow will be great, right? So that's why a lot of time, this is what one of my mentors told me. He said, Iverson, he said that to become successful, actually very simple. Then I asked him, right, what? Successful is hard, right? If it's easy, then everyone will be successful. He said, no, Iverson. He told me, success is about, doing the right thing every single day. Yeah, so a lot of people, he told me, focus on 1 year, 2 years, 10 years, right? He said, don't care. Because you focus on 10 years time, you overwhelm, you give up. He actually told me that if whatever you're supposed to do today, and then you're doing it, you're already successful. Yeah, it's a very profound word to me. Yeah, he told me like this. A lot of people talk about success at 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, right? He say, no, today, just focus on what you should do today. You use 100% of your energy, do all your best on today. Then you don't worry about tomorrow, because you really do your best today. And if you do this repeatedly on every single day, you create success. So he say only 1 day. He said, can you do your best on today or not? That thing about this, right? At first, I don't really able to comprehend what he said. Yeah, but as I discovered that, it's true, right? Later on, I discovered that, because success is about accumulation, right? On what I do every day. So therefore, if I able to do the good thing right now, the ripple effect will be tomorrow. Think about this, right? If you sleep early today, you know that tomorrow will be energetic. Don't you think so? Right? If you sleep late today, you know that tomorrow, yeah, you feel like shit, right? So therefore, our future, how come people can predict the future is because they know what is happening in the present moment, right? If they make the present become good, they know that, the ripple effect, the energy transition, they will create something good in the future. You don't need to wait until tomorrow to happen. You do something good today, you know tomorrow will be different. So when we look at achievement chart, we look at the present moment energy, right? Because the achievement chart is not magic, because you know that the present moment will create future, right? So don't you think if you understand the present moment energy, you can actually somehow forecast the future? Yeah, if you don't know the current moment energy, of course, it's very hard, right? Let's say you don't know what this person is, what is the energy level. What if you know every single thing? Then you know that the future, there will be certain direction is going, right? So therefore, the achievement chart, let me show you the current energy map for the achievement chart here. I'm going to show you on the screen right now. Okay, all right. There you go. Okay, this is the one, right? So this is the achievement energy map. So this is every 2 hours, this one will change, right? So what I just introduced to you here is a achievement forecasting, right? Forecast is to forecast the future, right? So what we actually do here, we use the current moment energy map, these 2 hours, and then we try to read someone or help someone to make a better decision in the future by understanding the current energy map. So this energy map will change every 2 hours. Yeah, every 2 hours, this energy map will change. So, and depends on when you ask this question, then this is the chart that we use to answer my client question as well. Because every day people ask question, right? Then therefore, I use this chart to answer all their questions, be it on business or sometimes relationship or health and all those things. I'm sure that all of you here have your own question right now. So I'm going to teach you how do you do it. Yeah, at least the first step to get started. So you can actually do it your own. You don't need me to answer your question. I want you to know how to do it yourself. I think that one is better, right? Because every day you got question as well, right? So it doesn't make sense that you actually ask someone else every day. You want to be independent, right? So therefore, I do my best here to give you some the first step. How do you start to read the chart? So now, in order to actually use this, first of all, you must have a question, remember? So if you have a question, let's say you ask the question, I just got an offer from a company, a new company, whether I should actually go for this company or not. Let's say you ask this question, right? So if you want to actually ask this question on the achievement forecasting chart, like I showed you just now, you need to break down the question into two parts. The asker and the subject matter. Okay, so it's the asker and the subject matter. So which means that the asker, let's say someone called Mary asks you, right? She told you that she received a job offer today and she haven't decided when to actually accept it or not, right? So if she asks you a question, shall I accept this new job offer? So the asker will be Mary. Remember, there are two parts of the question. You need to actually detach the question into two parts here. So the asker would be Mary, and then the subject matter will be the job, the new job. Okay? All right, so there are two parts here, right? So you need to actually, that's the only thing you need to do. You need to actually differentiate between the asker and the subject matter. Is this part easy for you? Yeah, easy, right? So just need to break it down into the person and the subject of discussion. So once you're able to do it, then you can actually look at the chart to actually identify how do you actually look for the asker and the subject matter. So let me just help you to do this. So remember just now we talked about two things. Let me see whether I can draw something on the screen. Just now we talked about, I draw something right now on the screen. I think you can see it as well. So we're talking about asker. And then we're also talking about subject, right? So I just put a subject word here. So just now, the asker is Mary, right? So every time you want to look for asker, then the asker will be on the day. So this will be Mary. Okay, so if you look at the subject matter, this one would be the career or the company she's asking for. So always the day represent the asker, which is right now is Mary, and then the subject matter will represent the career. Easy? Okay, so let's do another one here. So this one, so if this one is the day, right? So the day always is the asker. Okay, let's say this person asks a question. I just apply for, I just went for an interview. So I want to know whether the chances of me getting the interview or not. Let's say this person's name is Michelle. So if she asks you this question, so you just separate it into the asker is Michelle, and the outcome of the interview would be the subject matter, right? So would be this one. This one would be the subject matter. Okay, so once you know this, then you can start to read the chart. Yeah, that's all. This all is work here. So right now, so let's do some. Let's see whether I can erase this or not. Okay. Give me a moment here. I want to erase thing here. Okay, once we actually know how to do this, so let's do some live example here. Right, so okay, let me answer some question here first. Okay, Rena Cox say that is a subject matter always in the hour. Yes, the subject matter is always in the hour. Yeah, if you ask the first question. And then Ili Oram asks, where did you get the Barter chart from? Actually, it's from our website. You can visit our masteryacademy.com website. There's the link there. You can actually plot this chart out, the Barter with the achievement chart. Okay. Okay. So Thomas, what if it's a multiple choices? Multiple choices, then you need to look for, there one technique what we call using the useful God. So you're going to separate the each choices into different useful God. That one is a more advanced technique. So since this is a beginner introduction to achievement forecasting, I will not discuss about this, but once you learn this in the future, yeah, where you're going to have multiple choices, more than two, then the technique is called choosing the useful God. Okay. All right. So Aries Tai asks, does the same energy map apply to everyone? This energy map is not someone energy map, is this current hour energy map. So whether this energy map will apply to the person, this only related to the person who asked the question. If you didn't ask the question during this time, this energy map doesn't relate to you. Okay, for example, like later on, if I ask a question, then or you ask me a question, maybe 10 of you asking a question later on, then I would, let's say I pick 1% out of the 10%. So this energy map only related to that person that I selected or I chose. So the remaining 9 will not relate to this energy map, because this energy map is not you. This is the time energy map. Okay, let's see this. Henry Tan, let's see. I saw Henry Tan ask a question. Henry Tan say, if I asking, do I use my Barter chart? If someone asks, we use the asker Barter chart. No, yeah, we don't, because this Barter chart shown on the screen right now is not someone Barter chart, right? Is the hour Barter chart, and this Barter chart will change every 2 hours. So it's not your Barter chart or someone else's Barter chart. Okay. Okay, let's see here. Okay, CB Leong asks, if there's no marker, can I forecast for myself? So if you're beginner, you need a marker, right? So if you are not beginner, you're expert, then you don't need a marker. So it depends on, where you are right now, CV Leong. Okay, all right. I think I answered all of your questions. So right now, let's do some exercise here. Let's do some demonstration of how the forecasting chart here. So then all of you here know how to do it, right? Just now, I think I already explained to you how do you look for asker and subject, right? So right now, let's start with some question right now. So if you have a question, you can type it here. I can actually help you to look at the chart so you can learn how to do this yourself as well. So you can type your question on the chat box right now. Yeah, do it now. Okay, all right. So okay, this question is from Lily. Okay, so let's look at this question here. So Lily is asking, what strategy should I use to get more sales so I can hit the sales target for this year? My year of birth is 1979. Okay, so let's look at the chart again. So, and first of all, let's do this together. I do it in a slow-mo so everyone can understand. So this question here, we need to actually break down as usual into two parts. The asker is Lily, obviously, and then the subject matter is what? The subject matter is about strategy, right? Because he or I don't know whether it's he or she. So Lily talking about want to actually hit the sales target for this year. Okay. All right. So the subject matter will be strategy to hit the sales target. So everyone clear on this? So now if you look at the chart, the asker is here, right? Remember we talked about the asker? So the asker here is Lily. Okay. So I just write the word Lily here. Lily here. So the asker is Yin Earth. So remember this character Yin Earth, right? So where is this Yin Earth appearing in the achievement chart? It's appearing here. You see it here? All right. So you just need to actually look for this character. Where is it resides? Is here. So this is asker. This is Lily. So therefore, this box represents Lily. So now let's look at the subject matter. Subject matter represent the strategy, right? So this is a yin wood. So where's the yin wood? Is here. You see the yin wood is here. So automatically this box become the subject matter or the strategy. So everyone clear so far? Easy, right? So let me. So this one is Lily. So the bottom part here would be the strategy. So once we know this box here, then we can actually derive the strategy. Since she's asking about strategy, then we look at the strategy box, right? So this strategy box here, the content inside here will tell you about what strategy that she can deploy. Yeah, to actually to get the so-called the outcome that this person wanted, to hitting the sales target or not. So your understanding about all these elements inside the box will actually tell you how to do it, right? So if you're new here, you don't know what to look for, right? Because there's a moon, there's an assistant star, there's a fear, you don't know what it means. So, but if you learn Chiman, then of course you know, right? So let me just explain a little bit here. So this box here, since it's talking about strategy, so the moon star normally represent information. Moon star is about wisdom and knowledge, and assistant star also represent knowledge, right? It's about learning. So these two stars here basically telling this person, Lily, that if you're talking about sales, this one is about education selling. Okay, because these two stars represent information, and probably you need to actually derive what is the pain point of the customer right now, so that they will know, so they will listen to you, and then they're interested in your product, right? So selling, why is about pain? Because here talking about a fear door. So every time you see a fear door talking about a pain point of something. right? So for example, like let's say right now you want to actually sell because I don't know what you're selling, you didn't tell me, right? Let's say you want to sell a educational program to a kindergarten, let's say, just an example. So maybe all the kindergarten owners is your business, is a potential client, because you have a certain contents. You want all the kindergarten to actually adopt your content to sell, to teach all the children, right? So how do you make them listen to you? Is you want to know their pain point, right? So pain points like this. Now we know that a lot of kindergartens, they're facing issues, right? They're because now, especially during lockdown, and then a lot of people are very fearful about the virus. So the owners here right now, they are what are the pain point right now? Yeah, they're afraid they don't get enough clients, which is the students, right? And what if you know that is their pain point, and then you offer something like you have a solution that able to transform their kindergarten business into online training? Don't you think you're attacking their pain point? So you want to know the pain point. I just give an example here, right? Because maybe you serve different market, right? Because you didn't tell me, Lily, right? Maybe you serve different market. I want you to look at their pain points, and then you want to educate them, right? Or if you are running a restaurant business, you're going to tell them there are three things that can kill the restaurant business right now. What are the three things or the three factors? So this would become your marketing model. You want to educate people, right? Or the restaurant owner, for example, right? So this is what the chart telling Lily to do it here, right? So, and then one thing here is like this, you see Lily, you're here, right? So Lily, this box represent Lily. You see the southeast box here. This box also got an element inside. This element is wood. So wood this one is wood element. This box is wood, and then this box here is earth. Yeah, so each box got an element. Why we want to know the element? Because we want to know whether the task of hitting the sales target is easy or not, right? So now wood counter earth, right? Counter earth. So which means that the process will not be easy, right? Because wood countering, right? Every time you actually use countering, so basically you need effort. So here talking about you might actually, you need to put extra effort to make this work, right? It's not so easy. So to answer Lily, if you're asking about what is your chances of hitting the sales target, here say you might not able to hit it, right? But it's still a chance. But you need to do what what the chart tell you just now. You need to actually do the education selling, focusing on the pain point. Okay, the first part here. And when you look at your current position here, you got a rest door. The moment you see a rest door, here basically represent that you are not actually putting 100% effort on what you're doing right now, right? Because rest door is about resting, right? So therefore, you need to actually increase your motivation level and your commitment and or your passion to actually create the result that you wanted, right? Rest door is a retirement door. Okay, so Lily, you need to actually look into that part here. And the thing I like about here is this chief star, right? You see a chief star on top. Chief star could represent your boss or represent noble people, which means that right now there are people ready to help you. Yeah, so or it could be a mentor, it could be a boss that support you. So discuss with them, ask for referrals, ask for help. Yeah, there are people actually around you right now that actually willing to help you. Okay, Lily, and if you want to do this, you want to do this fast, right? Because the horse star here represents speed. You see a HS here. So therefore, if you want to make this work for you, you better actually do it now. Yeah, you don't wait already. Yeah, that is the simple forecasting the chart able to tell you. Okay, I hope it's helped you, Lily. Okay, let me just clear the screen first. Okay, let's look at okay, so this one say, how do I know if I'm a beginner who needs a marker or advanced user who doesn't need a marker, right? So which means that if you no longer ask whether you need a marker or not, then you already advanced, right? If you're still asking, do I need a marker, means you're still beginner. All right. So don't force this. Let it come naturally, right? So the moment you're ready, you will no longer ask that question. Okay, all right. So let's see this question here. So this question from Stephanie Pang. I received a offer letter for a new job. What are the prospects and what should I do to excel? Okay, so you're asking for this. So now I want you to pay attention. This is a second question already, right? So the second question already, the format of using the chart will be different because you are no longer using the day as the asker. Remember just how we're using the day as an asker, right? So that one only for the first question, right? So for the second question in the same chart, we cannot use that anymore because otherwise all the answer will be the same, right? So then the second question, we need to know what is their year of birth, which already provided by Stephanie. She actually telling us here that she's born on 1987, right? So 87. So 1987, if you look, each numbers represent a stem, right? What to look for. So for 1987, let's put the word 1987. 1987 here, you need to look for a yin fire. Right? A lot of people always ask, right? How do you calculate this? Yeah, basically you look at the last number, right? All the number ends with number 7 is the yin fire. Okay, since Stephanie is born in the year of 1987, then we look at the yin fire. So now tell me, I want everyone to do this with me together. Tell me, where's the yin fire? Which box does the yin fire resides? Just tell me, like, is it in the south, is it in the west, or in the southwest? Tell me, where is it? Okay. All right. So I think all of you here got it correctly, right? So it's on the southwest, right? Cool. So you see it here. So therefore, this box here represents Stephanie, and she is asking, what is the prospect or what I should do to excel, right? That's the thing here. So this box here will tell you something that actually related to that. So now, if you look at the chart here, first of all the content here depends on your understanding. It will tell you some of the strategy for Stephanie already. So let's look at the heart. Heart represent management, represent leadership, right? So therefore, this is the part that you actually need to learn. Yeah, leadership is not just title, right? Leadership is about your ability to serve and lead others, right? So that is the skill you need to learn. And then the second skill here you need to learn here is the harm door. Harm door represents selling. Okay, so for Stephanie, so harm door represents selling, represent influence. So this is a skill you need to develop in your new current job to actually to excel. Yeah, what you are asking. Okay, and then the thing here is there's a 9 Earth here, right? 9 Earth here represent humility. So which means that whenever you start to actually in this new job here, the first thing here is not to show. Yeah, it's not to show how great you are or how capable you are, but to actually accept mentorship or maybe pretend a little bit stupid. Okay, so the moment you pretend a little bit stupid, which means that you're coachable. Right, I met a lot of people, right? The moment they go to a new company, right, when you try to teach them stuff, they'll say, I know already. Yeah, if you're someone that keep telling people, I know already, think about this. Will people still want to teach you stuff or not? They won't, right? So this 9 of you represent under the radar first. Understand how it works. Don't actually rock the boat first. And 9 Earth represent that. Okay, so there are 3 key things here. Let me repeat again. First thing here, you need to learn the art of leadership. Second one is your selling skill. And then also practice the virtue of humility. For Stephanie Pang, so these are the things that you actually want to become first in the new company here. So to actually excel on it. Okay, all right. So let me clear this again. Okay, do you guys enjoy this? Yeah, do you like this kind of webinar or not? Right, so we can do live question Q&A here, so we can learn as well. Yeah, how do you do this? Okay, good. So if all of you say yes, then we can actually take more questions. Okay, all right. So this question from Kathy Ting. Have organization restructure happened in August and October this year? I would like to know how does it benefit my career? Okay, so this question from Kathy Ting, right? So 1982. So 1982 again. Since this is not the first question, we cannot use the day anymore, right? So you need to base on the year. So Katie Ting provide the year for us is 1982. So 1982 is Yang water. Okay, so it's a Yang water. So now in the chart here, the Yang water actually is here. Right, so this Yang water is here, right? So this box here represent KT, right? Okay, so now he's talking about a restructuring happen. How does this benefit my career? Yeah, that's the question here. Okay, so I think that probably KT Ting, what you would like to ask is what can you contribute? Yeah, therefore is not the other way around. How does it you benefit from it, right? Is what you can contribute right now. You can add more value, and then in return, maybe you can get something out of it, right? So it's about giving something first. So whenever we're talking about restructuring is a change star. So it's something to do with this, yeah, destructor star, right? So this is the destructor star here. So this box here talking about the restructuring process that's happening right now. Yeah, in the company, right? So this one is KT, and then this one is the current restructuring, which he actually mentioned on August and October, right? So why? Because destructor star is represent a lot of changes that are happening. So therefore, you want to know details on it. Remember, each of the boxes here got element, right? So this box here, KT box here is metal. Yeah, I cannot zoom in right now, but if you see it here, yeah, this actually is stated here is metal. Okay, so the restructuring box here in the north box here is water. If you learn Chimen, yeah, you always know that the north box is always water. So tell me, what are the relationship between these two boxes? Metal always produce water. I think this part you know, right? Metal always. So even to advise this person here, KT Ting, right? So if you're producing out here, so the achievement chart actually asking you, don't ask for what you can actually benefit from. It actually asks you what you can contribute to it. So now is not the time to ask for benefits. That's what the achievement chart says, right? Because why? Because metal produce water is what is output. So basically talking about what can you output, what can you produce, right? What can you actually add value to the company, right? So that is the mindset you might have if you want to actually stay in this company. So now, then you might ask, right? Then what kind of value I should ask? You should actually contribute. So here talking about few things here. So let me just, since this box here is KT, right? He's asking what can contribute. Then we look at the content inside here. So here there is a tiger. Yeah, Tiger Star. Tiger Star represent execution. So these are the time that a lot of people keep giving excuses or they keep giving ideas, right? But rarely people that really take action and execute stuff in the fastest way as possible. So if you want to become the star of the company or you want to actually secure your position here, so first of all, you might need to write this down, KT. It's about your ability to execute stuff in the fastest way. Yeah, this is something that you must do, right? So, and because this is a Tiger Star, is an ambassador. Ambassador is about money management. So you must think about a way to help the company either to save resources and to save money, because here obviously the company are cutting a lot of resources, right? So therefore you must be the part of the solution rather than to be the part of the problems. So which means that if anything you can do within 1 week, now you want to do it within 2 days. Okay, you make it fast. Okay, that is the first part here. And one thing here, after you do this, you need to make sure everyone know about it, right? Why? Because there's a scenery door here. You see a scenery door? So the scenery door is a door to market yourself. So what I call self-marketing. I know that a lot of people, right, the moment they are very hardworking, somehow they assume that, the boss will know, right? But let me tell you, 95% the boss doesn't know what actually you're doing until you tell them one, right? So for Katie thing here, since the scenery door is here, so you actually want you to actually market yourself a little bit, or at least know that your effort or that you put in is known to others, especially to those who is matter to your career achievement. Yeah, this is what the achievement chart says to you. Okay, Katie? All right, so based on what you told me, this is the information I can derive for you. So hope you can actually take action on this. Okay. Okay, Kelly Sue. Current company is reducing our working days. So if I want to look for a part-time job, which industry is suitable for me? Okay, born in 1981. Okay, let's do this again. This is fun, right? If you think about this, if you know this art here, I think it will be cool for everyone because you can plan for next year, right? Think about this. So now let's look on Kelly case here is 1981, right? So let me just write down here. So for everyone to understand this better, so 1981, every time you see 1981 is a sin metal. Okay, it's a sin metal. So look at where the sin metal is. So the sin metal is here. You see a sin metal here? So this box here represent Kelly. Okay, all right. So her question here talking about she got some free time, right? Because the company reducing our working days. So I want to look for part-time job. Which industry is suitable for me, right? So industry. So every time we look at industry, we always look at the stars. Okay, so the stars, this is a star, right? Every time you see the top center element is a star. So this is hero. You see a hero here? Hero, right? So if you're talking about industry, so the industry here would be something to do with fire elements such as technology companies, or it could be oil and gas, or tech companies. I think it would be better for you. And also something to do with, and I would say that energy, and also Chinese metaphysics. So why? Because hero is a fire, so it also represent metaphysical field. And furthermore, you have a snake here, right? You see a snake. Snake also something that related to a Chinese metaphysical spiritual issue. So if you're asking about what you can do on here, I would say that these are the field that you can actually enter in. Right? So Kelly Sue, maybe you can become a parts consultant or achievement consultant. Right, so that one, or maybe IT companies or healing energy related. That one would be something suitable for you. Okay, and the good thing I like here is you have a open door here. You see open door here. Open door, you can actually take this later on, can be your full-time career as well. Yeah, but of course you don't do it right now as a full-time. Since now you have some additional time, free time for you, so you can actually do this. All right. So hope that I give you some direction you can pursue into. Okay, I like this as well because this is a wolf. Wolf here also represent money, right? If you do this seriously, I mean, you're actually delivering a true value. You can see a lot of income coming from here. We like that. Let me just look through other question here. Okay, so this question from Henry. Have been with the companies for almost 7 years, comfortable, no increment, no support from HQ. All decision I decide in the company. Should I continue to stay in the company or start my own business during this uncertain time? Okay, 1965. Okay, hold on. Let me clear this. So this person is 1965, right? So 1965 is the yin wood. Okay, so now let's look at the chart. Where is the yin wood is? So the yin wood is here. Okay, so the yin wood is here. So you're asking about whether you should start your own business or not in uncertain period. Somehow you mentioned uncertain period mean you are fearful, right? So therefore you see a fear door here, right? Fear door is here, right? So you're fearful, no confident, right? So I would say that this one might not, I would say that it's not the right time to do it yet, right? Because every time you see a fear door, you're not going to succeed because you're already fearful from the start. And then you see that your chart here, moon also represent you think a lot, right? You think of too many possibilities. I don't think you even want to start one. Yeah, from the chart is indicate that you're just thinking, you're just asking for fun only. You don't really want to start, right? Because moon start talking about, you're just thinking, right? Nothing happened. Okay, someone got fear door, which means that you're fearful. I don't think you're going to take action. Yeah, but the thing here is like this. When let me just help you deeper here. Every time I talk about business, we look at the live door. All right, you look at the live door here. So this live door is in the fire position. Yeah, fire. So this fire actually producing you, you're in the earth box here. So which means that yes, there could be an opportunity right now that you can actually tap into, but the timing is not correct, right? Because if you ask me when would be a better timing for you, I would say that 2021. Why? Because northeast is this box here is a box of ox and also tiger. So ox is next year, right? This is a year of rat, right? So next year is a year of ox. So I would like you to reconsider this on next year 2021, and then during that time you plot the chart, see whether you got confident or not. Right now, no, they're not the right time yet. If you start right now, the chances of success will be very, very low. Yeah, but in 2021 you might have some great real opportunity. Then that time I will suggest you to replot the chart again to see whether there is changes or not. Okay, Henry Tan? Yeah, this is for you. Okay, all right. This question here is for Howard Wong. Okay, I'm Iverson. I'm in the F&B industry. I reopened my business during the late RMCO. Okay, so for some of you here are not staying in Malaysia, RMCO basically means it's a lockdown or movement control due to the COVID-19. So and also the customer had left for another shop near to mine. What should I do to regain my customer? 1982. So basically means that right now business is not good. Yeah, a lot of your customer actually go to your competitors, right? So 1992. Okay, so let's see whether I can help you on this or not. 1992. So again, just now 1992 is what? Is a rainwater, right? Yeah, it's a rainwater. So where is the rainwater is? So rainwater is here. Okay. So he is asking, right? He is asking how can actually he actually can regain a customer. So talk about this. what is the key thing here? Just now, remember, we also one of the students just now, or one of the audience just now, also asking about this box as well, right? So I think some of you already know what is the meaning of this box. Remember, just now we talked about tiger. Tiger is about what? It's about speed, right? So Howard, right? So how can you actually deliver things more faster and more convenient? Because tiger represent conveniency, also represents speed. So Howard, since you're talking about F&B industry, you just give me some details here. I would say that you can actually offering a delivery service in a broader area. That one would be a great one. Right, so Howard, do you actually offering delivery service or not, like Grab Food and all those things here? If you haven't, you must do it. If you're already doing it, you need to make it more active. You need to promote more on that space, right? Because there's a tiger. And then remember Scenery Door talking about what? About marketing. Remember we talked about Scenery Door is about self-marketing. Since right now you're talking about a business, so Scenery Door talking about marketing, you need to market your stuff well. And then ambassadors start talking about money and value. So can you do some value meal or not? Or can you bundle your food to something more attractive where people feel that they can save money, maybe have a discount for them to actually buying stuff from you. So the chart here telling you these are the one that you need to focusing on. Okay. And then now, one thing here is you look at this hexagram here is about beauty hexagram. Right. So here word beauty. Beauty also represent the packaging of your business. Okay, so whatever food you're doing right now is the presentation or the packaging. If you're actually offering takeaway or to go package, is it something attractive or not? So you want to work around on that part as well, right? If you want to actually you want to actually increase more business on your side. Okay, can you do that? Yeah, so this is the thing that you can actually implement immediately on the business. Okay, you guys okay so far? Do you understand? Do you understand or not? Okay, let's see, Howard Wong say, okay, thank you so much. You're welcome, Howard. Yeah, I hope I can help you. Yeah, so because most of the time, I would say 90% of the time I use achievement for business, right? So there's much more I can discuss with you, Howard, here, but because this one I want to give a chance to other people to ask questions, right? Normally during a business consult, whatever consult is like 1 hour conversation, so I can deep dive into the topic, So because like just now, Howard, right? Just one box, we can share so much, but there's also a competitor box. Right, so later you want to know about what is a competitor is doing, you also can know. So the more you know about your chart, the better you can actually formulate your strategy. Okay, let me just browse through. Let's answer some question here first. So Putu Eka asks, hi Iverson, what if the year of birth is Jia? So if your date of birth is a year of birth is Jia, you need to look at the animal sign. Because Jia is the top stem, right? It's a yang wood. So this only happened to all the yang wood, right? Because in the whole chart here, you don't have a yang wood. That's a problem, right? So you need to convert the yang wood into a stem other than a yang wood. So in order to know the formula, you need to know what is this yang wood sitting on top. So if a yang wood bottom is a horse animal sign, then it will convert into a yin metal. Yeah, this one is a bit technical here. So I would say when you learn forecasting a deeper level, you know how to do it. So basically, you just need to convert this yang wood into another element. And the formula is you need to ask yourself what is the animal sign that this yang wood sitting on top on. It could be a horse, it could be a monkey, because different animal sign will actually transform this yang wood into a different element. Okay, all right. So let me go through some question here. Okay, Sandy, my friend has lost a job for a year. He has been looking for a job. When can he get a job? Okay, all right. So so this one is you see, this type of question here is actually your friend can get a job anytime you want. Yeah, but the thing here is he willing to let down the ego first or not? Right? Don't you think so? Right. So if you keep want to have the same so-called salary on those, of course it'll be harder. But since you're asking this question, let me help you to see the opportunities. Okay. Yeah, because you ask the when question as if like is already destined that certain time to get a job is not necessary, right? Because whether they get a job for that person is how much they can take or willing to actually lower down to get a job, right? Some people, despite on the challenging economy time, they still want to remain as their current salary. Sometimes it's hard, right? If you want now, it's not about now to make a lot of money or trying first. First of all, can you sustain or not first, right? So sustainability is the key here. Yeah, why would I tell so, Sandy Lim? Maybe your friend, that is the one of the thing that you must look into. But right now, since you're asking, let's give more detail about what is your friend currently is going through. Okay, right now 1970, right? 1970 is here. 1970 is yang metal. Okay, yang metal. So if you look at the achievement chart right now, the yang metal actually appearing in the west box. You see a west box here, right? So this is the yang metal. So this box represents your friend. Okay. Okay, so now DE. DE here represents lack of clarity. Okay, or out of touch. So which means that lack of focus. Although 1 year is there, but it's a lack of focus or lack of energy, right? It's still not really committed to look for a job, right? So there's one indicator here. And then if you look at the chart here, you see a tortoise, right? A tortoise star here and also a grass star. So these two stars here is a star about they need to basically what this thing try to tell you here is must have a realistic expectation about the current situation, which means you need to tell your friend whatever he is actually able to get in the past. Right now, he might not able to actually get the same package anymore, right? So this is what I mean, because this grass and tortoise is a black color star here, so represent thinking, right? The thinking part here, the mindset of getting the job is not right or wrong expectation. So right now, if you're Sandy, if you ask your friend here to actually able to lower down and have a better expectation on this, that will be good. Because the chart here, delusion door represent is closing up, right? He's not willing to change. Then he still stick off the same old. So therefore, the market already changing. So if he want to actually get the job fast, the word here is adaptability. Right, accept the fact now is tough, and then adapt to the flow. Then this person can find the job fast already, right? So it's not about when, right? It's about how. Okay, because already 1 year already, right? Must be something wrong already, or not, right? If it's like 1 or 2 months, you still can actually look for it, but 1 year is too long, right? So here indicate that lower down expectation and adapt to it first. Yeah, that is a advice that the achievement chart had for you, or for your friend Sandy. Okay, this question from Christina. How can I convince myself to take action to be proactive? So because I want to unite my professional activity with process inner revolution, I often think I'm not good enough. Okay, but you didn't give me anything here, right? So I cannot read it for you because you didn't give me your year of birth. But based on what you are telling me, how can convince myself to take action to be proactive? All right, so if you discover that you cannot actually take action, you just provided this. Okay, 1968. Okay, let me just do this for you. 1968. Okay, for Christina. So 1968 is Wu Earth. Any numbers, any years that ends with number 8 is a Yang Earth, or we call a Wu Earth. So the Wu Earth is here. Okay, so it's a Wu Earth is here, right? So this box here represents you. So, and then now, death door, right? So if you see Christina, right? So death door here represent whatever you're doing right now is really reached the end, or lack of passion anymore. So if you're talking about a death door is the end of something, also a new beginning. So the chart here indicate that you need to actually, whatever the reason you are procrastinate or you don't have the proactive so-called discipline, or the discipline to do it, because is no longer serve your true inner self or what you wanted already. Because death door means that, means that it's really end of something, already reached a plateau already. So a breakthrough are required. So therefore, remember just now disruptor star here. So the disruptor star here represent a change are required on the thing here. It's not about doing the same thing anymore. So it's about doing something totally different. Yeah, this one will break the so-called the monotony a little bit here, and then get something new to work on, right? And then the harmony here is also about changing your current network or your friend environment, so you can actually learn something new from the new groups of friends or network. So basically, this one is about a huge change for you, Christina. Of course, I cannot advise you what exactly it is until I have a proper conversation with you. But if you look at here, this one says that definitely you're going to make a big change. Yeah, so especially something to do with your environment. Okay, so I would say that listen to your heart and then actually look at what you truly want. Then have the courage to actually pull it through. Yeah, that's what the achievement chart tells you to do. Have some faith, because all you want to do something different, there'll be some fear on it, right? So the fear of unknown. When you say that in long run, you see that you find fulfillment, because what you're doing right now no longer serving you, because it's a death door. Okay. All right. This one is for Christina. Okay, cool. So Amira say need to change chart. I don't understand what Amira saying. Okay, hold on. Okay, Amira is not to change up, because each chart actually covers 2 hours. Okay, it's cover 2 hours here, and our local time right now is at 9 p.m. and now it's 10 p.m. So this chart here is covered from 9 p.m. until 11 p.m. So we only shall change the chart once we reach 11 p.m. But right now we are still at 10 p.m. So we're still using the same chart. Okay. Hope you understand this. Okay. Amelia asks, one chart, how many questions can ask many questions, right? But for beginner, you don't actually stretch yourself that much. Just answer 1 or 2 questions to start with first. All right, so let's answer this question from Mon Andel. Sir, I born in 1985. I'm currently investing in stock market, but I find difficult to earn profits. Investing is for me. Okay, so let's look at this thing here again. So you're born on 1985. 1985 is Yin Wood, right? So Yin Wood is here. Okay, so you're asking whether you're investing on something, and then you want to actually know whether I find difficult to earn profit. In investing is for me or not. Okay, first of all, look at here. Now you're in a fear door. Fear door means that you have stress, you're no confident of doing it. So, but here is a moon and assistant, it's telling you here is you need to acquire more knowledge to actually eliminate your fear, because assistant in moon is about information. Yeah, this is the one that actually create fears for you. because lack of information or too much information. Okay, there are two parts here, right? So now you're talking about investment in stock market, right? So stock market is a pillar industry, is about stocks as well, because this is in the West. And then there's a live door actually producing you. So I would say that actually you can do it. Yeah, it's just lack of understanding, or you're too confused of the information. So the first thing here is you must know what you're investing first. Mon and Del, yeah, what's the chart say? And since the live door is producing you, so which means that actually this is a right path for you. And here is nine heaven. Yeah, so you see a nine heaven here. So nine heaven talking about long or something very far. So from investment point of view, this one talking about long-term investment. So Mon and Del, if there's so many type of investing in the market, so the one that the most suitable for you, or they can make a lot of profit, among the best would be the long-term, or what we call the value investing, right? So Mon and Del, this is the path you would like to actually go to. Yeah, this is what the chart indicate, because in investment there are so many types, right? There are trading, but the style here is more on blue chip or value investing for you. Yeah, Mon and Del. So I hope that this information here help you to guide you on what to do next. Okay, all right, cool. So this is the, let's see here. Okay, so do you enjoy this kind of forecasting session? I hope that throughout all this session here, you will learn a lot of stuff about, and of course, thing doesn't like happen on 1 or 2 hours, right? So, but if you actually consistently actually follow up, follow our workshops, our posts, then one day sooner or later you have more confidence of actually to do this forecasting chart. Right, so, and I think that all of you here, the reason you ask all these questions here is because of one thing, right? It's because you want to create a better life, right? Be it you want to find a job, or whether it's restructuring or not, all these things here, right? In the end, you want more money, you want a more comfortable life, you want peace of mind. Don't you think so? Yeah, this is very important, regardless of, what the situation, the economy in this year or next year, you want to have certainty you will be all right. This is something very important, right? A lot of time, the reason we stress of a lot of things here, because we are not certain about our future. You might think, what if we lost our job and all those things, right? So now you have two paths here. One path you can choose to continue worry about, what to do this year and next year, you look to change your job or not, and all those things here. That one is one path. You can choose that path. And another path here is about, knowing what to do now to create a better future. Don't you think this is a better path? Because there are only two choices for you. Either you spend a lot of your time worrying about this year, next year, or you actually tell yourself, I take control. There must be some information I can know, I'm going to find out. And if I act upon it, I can create a better future for this year and next year, not only for myself, but for my loved one and for my families as well, right? So, and if you actually thinking on that, right? So what are the action and strategy, or what are the opportunities that are available to you based on your party chart? If you want to do that, I would invite you to actually join us on this very, very special program, which will be conducted personally by Tadu Joey. And if you're interested, the seats are limited. It's what we call Thrive 2021. It's a 3 days program, and it's a live stream. So which means that you can learn this personally from Dr. Joey himself, live, right comfort at your own home. Okay, so, and if you're asking about planning your strategy for success, your opportunities in 2021 especially, this is the right program you should be in. And the good thing here is everyone who attended this program and will also get a Thrive report. I think some of you here actually, Thrive report is a report that is a personalized report that actually based on your party chart will give you every month, what are the good things you should do for 2021, and also all the good dates are already pre-calculated for you, so you can arrange all your important activities or your impactful activities into those days, right? So this is the thing. Wow, I see a lot of you here already enrolled, from the message box here. So, and the seats are limited. If some of you haven't enrolled yet and you decided to actually do it now, so this is the perfect time. So if you want to know, the investment here is for 3 days is only 197, right? So before this, like last year, if you attended, you actually you know that what is the actual price for this event. But this year, since we are doing this online, we give more opportunity for people to join. So the investment will be only 197 USD